This is a survival battle from the rainforest. In order to stay alive, the young man in front of us racked his brains, searching everywhere for something edible to fill his stomach. At night, he hid under a large boulder. How long can he endure days of being hungry 9 times out of 10 meals? Remember to like and follow. Just when he was starving, the trap he had cleverly set finally caught something big. The young man instantly lit up with joy, and his means of survival were finally secured. But the story has to start from the beginning. The tropical rainforest has one of the harshest living environments. Here it rains endlessly all year round, and the mountains are damp everywhere. The young man has sharp eyes. Even bamboo shoots hidden underground can be easily spotted by him. Today is already his 7th day in the mountains, and he has barely had a proper meal of the food he wants. His survival tools are extremely limited. He can only sharpen a branch so that he can try to dig up the bamboo shoots buried underground. These days, he has been relying on these to survive. He often spots wild boar tracks on the ground, but these animals are extremely cunning. They are hardly ever seen during the day, so waiting passively for them is definitely not an option. He decided to take another approach, cutting a large pile of bamboo and rattan to design a trap to catch his prey. He's quite resourceful. Sometimes it's better to use brains than brute force, since fighting them head-on might not even guarantee victory. He took the cut bamboo tubes and trimmed them with a sharp knife. Don't underestimate this simple design. Once a wild boar touches it, it could be fatal. The next step in setting up the trap is the most crucial. There are plenty of bamboo shoot husks everywhere here. If there's no food elsewhere, then this spot is definitely on the wild boar's path. The bamboo tubes and wood were tied tightly with rattan. The wild boar's impact is no joke, so when setting the trap, he had to be extremely careful. Otherwise, a whole day's effort would be wasted. The method may look simple, but it took him over 3 hours. Using a rope as thick as a finger, he tied it tightly to a nearby branch. As soon as the wild boar touched the mechanism here, its fate would be like that bamboo too. The next scene needs no further explanation, at least for a long time to come. The young man would have a full stomach every day, because when starving, he has no energy to hunt. And even thinking becomes difficult. Dry leaves were used as camouflage for the trap. Although wild boars are greedy, they are not stupid. So the details must be handled perfectly. Today, the young man went all out. With a completely different trap design, he set up several of them. Mass production also increases the hit rate. Now, all he can do is wait patiently. Hopefully tomorrow, he'll have delicious pork to eat. Tonight's dinner is just barely enough. The freshly dug bamboo shoots were thrown straight onto the fire. He must get back to his safe shelter before dark. Otherwise, in the rainforest, once it's dark, you can't see a thing. The pitch-black darkness is truly terrifying. The roasted bamboo shoots taste especially fresh. Every bite is key to his continued survival. Finally, on the 11th day, even Boar was rising from his empty stomach. But at this critical moment, the trap he had set earlier brought an enormous surprise. He could hardly believe his eyes. It was not a small animal at all. It paced around for a long time nearby, and he didn't dare go near. Aside from its legs being tied with rattan, the wild boar was almost completely unharmed. He knew well the strength of its attacks. Hesitating for just a second, he nearly let the wild boar escape. It gave him quite a fright, so he mustered up his courage and carried the wild boar onto his shoulders. If you want to see more exciting updates, remember to follow. We will keep you updated on the young man's latest adventures.